Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. Now the starting group for the visitors. Wall out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Duncan. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hill in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Wall. Lob pass to Duncan.
What you love about John Wall to me is he can create for the guys around him. He makes the game easy for his teammates.
Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis with the ball. Comes up empty down low. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Duncan, and Duncan throws it down.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Now here's Tatum. Over Duncan. Hill pulls it in. Duncan again.
That was worth the price of admission. Oh, he is firing his guys up now. Sweet dunk from Duncan, mesmerizing.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Outside Tatum. Porzingis, king it over. Pass to White. There's the 3. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
It's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Wall. Holiday, the pass to White. Screen by Porzingis. Here's White, just 5 on the clock. Here's Holiday. And no good, trying to use the glass. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. To the paint, here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Checking in for the home team. Xavier Tillman, Al Holford, Jaden Springer, Peyton Pritchard.
Going inside. Wall grabs the board. Launches it. Kept alive. Towns kicks to Duncan. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Duncan's got 11 points.
Well, Duncan is a guy who knows how to assert himself offensively. When he likes a look, he does not hold back.
Now here's Brown. To stop the run. It's the three-point bomb.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Here's Springer. Pass to Pritchard. Here's the 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's 15 points for Duncan.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Brown outside. Off target from three-point range. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Chicago Bulls up by 10. And we'll be back shortly for the start. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Jason Tatum is out there with Hill. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Mitchell in at the 2.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Tatum against Tatum. Horford with the screen on Tatum. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And the basket good, a bank shot that time. Tatum's got his second basket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways. Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off the pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And here's Tatum for 3. Mitchell comes up with the rebound. Here's Duncan. Oh, wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And it's sent back by Hill.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
The drive by Duncan. Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Woo. Wow.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Holiday. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket, has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Duncan down low. Brown on him. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Holiday against Wade. Back to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. Here's Duncan. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Donovan Mitchell showing off that great vision.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Holiday with the three. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
An all-around talent. Wade is outstanding at involving his guys.
Boston trails by 19. Back to Holiday. Tatum on the wing. Into the lane, and it's sent back by Jokic. And here's the break. Here's Duncan. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
Good to see Mitchell distributing the basketball, guys. You want him to find his guys and establish some chemistry.
Right side Tatum with 2 seconds left, and the dunk by Tatum.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Chicago Bulls up 19. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. An exceptional performance from Tim Duncan.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 19-point game. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. That's the Boston Five. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
The shot by Wade, no good. Holiday with it. He's got 5. And White kicks to Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And Hill throws it down.
Yeah, that says it all right there. Grant Hill finishing the drive with some thunder. When he's moving at full speed, boy, it looks like he can fly.
A difficult situation for Boston. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
All right, that is your dance team. Make some noise.
Brown finds Holiday. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. He gets it in there. Brown's got 5.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown working in that mid-range area. This guy knows it's got to be a part of your game.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Holiday left side. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Wade. Here he goes. And it's Wade with the jam.
Wade just gone after his first step. So quick.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wall against Holiday. Wall grabs the board.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Wade gets the bucket.
And he'll free up more space for himself on the perimeter with buckets like that. Wade's smart to get to work inside.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And it's sent back by Hill. To the inside. It's stolen by Brown. And Wade sends it back.
Boy, the timing, the leaping ability that Dwayne Wade has, he says to that weak effort.
And,
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Tatum. He's got 9. Buries it from three-point range. 12 points for him.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
And Wall slams it home.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Nice move. And the shot goes in. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
Wade for 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Holiday has it in the corner. Back to Brown. Now Tatum. Over Duncan. Misses the baby hook. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Chicago Bulls deliver. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
That was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Donovan Mitchell.
And what focus through the finish there. Ball may be young, but nothing seems to rattle it.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Here's Mitchell. Takes it.
Wow.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious.
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell, tremendous at just getting through the contact.
Here's Tatum. Good defense by Jokic.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And here is Tatum. Lets the 3 fly. Tatum with another miss. Pass to Jokic. Mitchell outside. There's Ball with the 3. Rebound by the Celtics.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. Tatum against Brown. And the rejection by Tatum.
There's a pride to the defensive end of the floor. Tatum sends that back.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. Outside, White. Clock at 6. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Mitchell finds Tatum. Here's Siakam.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Assisted by
Well, the athletic ability of Pascal Siakam with a little sauce there.
A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Brown against Tatum. For the three. The rebound by Turner. Brown's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Tatum drives in.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
And Holiday kicks to Porzingis. There's 1:17 left in the game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner, and he knocks down the first one.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lane.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Lets it go from 11, and there it is for him.
This, to me, is Derek White's sweet spot. That mid-range game is on point.
Ball from long range. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
It's White on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. And White with the stuff.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
The 15-footer. Nice touch on the bank shot.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
White looking around. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tim Duncan.